What's up, guys? Bringing you a video about the AG10 Tiger. Should you build it? Now, I'm just going to be scrolling through my wiki here. This is the AG10 page, rough text section like you've seen, but I got the regular edition, then we'll have the veteran edition below that, then the chrome edition, and then the Patriot edition, and lastly, the Tiger edition. Now I got some of these open here, so first off, AG10, let's not really talk about should you build an AG10, period. But just to touch on it, it's not a bad weapon. Your A500 is going to be better. The dynamic of this weapon has kind of changed a bit since they nerfed it and messed with it a little bit. They brought down the portability, they increased the range, they made it more of an assault class weapon as opposed to like strictly an SMG assault bridge type of weapon that it was before, which I think is the right move. That's kind of another discussion. Overall it's not bad to have in your inventory, but it's just not going to be as good as like an A500 or especially your other skinned weapons, especially skinned A500s, or the CQR nowadays obviously is a lot better. So not bad to have in your inventory. Never going to be OP exactly, but it can compete. So now let's say you have the AG10 regular. Let's see, we got the Chrome edition. So Chrome is just going to have increased damage and more durability. So durability not going to affect the performance of the gun, but damage obviously will. It will make it a little bit better. Pretty obvious, right? Not to mention it looks pretty flashy. And this 7-star here was just at level 1. Damage was 3069. So this one maxed out is 3575. And I believe all these pictures are recent, so they should be reflective of the recent buffs and nerfs. I'm guessing. You see range there 2762, range in this guy 3250. So I guess maybe it changes that much as you max it out. But point being that we can't directly compare, a maxed weapon to a level 1 weapon. But either way, the point is that AG10 not bad to have in your inventory, but once you have an AG10 Chrome, you should build that over the regular edition, right? And that's just kind of how I'm going to go down the line here. So once we bring the AG10 Chrome into discussion, then the regular AG10 becomes irrelevant. So we'll actually just get rid of that guy. We're just going to go process of elimination. Which AG10 should you build? And the Chrome, it's a little bit rare, but it's not too hard to get. So obviously, if you might not have it, so keep that in mind. But then Veteran is actually going to be a little bit better. So we're going to jump into the Patriot edition next. Now this guy, let's see, it should be the same exact stats if I'm not mistaken. I'm just switching back and forth real quick, looking at each stat as I go. And yep, confirmed, every single stat is the exact same as the Chrome, except all the weapons in this series will cause targets to slow down with its stopping power ability. That's a pretty significant boost. So this is basically an AG10 Chrome with the addition of stopping power. So once you get a Patriot, then your AG10 Chrome becomes irrelevant, right? And once again, this is assuming that you can build a 7-star of each weapon. Obviously, some of these are harder to come by. Maybe you missed out on the Patriot sales, so maybe you don't have that option. I'm just saying, if you had the option for each one, which one should you build? And ultimately, we're going to say, is the Tiger edition worth it? Once you have the Patriot edition, then this Chrome guy becomes irrelevant. But now let's bring the Tiger series into discussion. Now, I don't have a 7-star picture of this guy yet. Definitely don't have a 7-star maxed out picture. But basically, this is going to be, I would assume, the same damage stat as the AG10 Patriot and the AG10 Chrome. However, it's going to have higher accuracy. So that's a little interesting. Now, you're deciding, let's say the AG10 Chrome is irrelevant. We'll just close that guy out there. So we're going AG-10 Patriot versus AG-10 Tiger. Do you want stopping power or do you want extra accuracy? And if you see the description here, you've seen this by now, they also have better move accuracy. Like I mentioned in one of my recent videos, we don't really know. There could be something in the game mechanics that makes you more accurate while you move. I know a lot of gear pieces say, plus 10% accuracy while on the move with, SMG and handgun, shotgun, whatever it is. So there's definitely some mechanics in the game that can boost your accuracy while moving. So maybe the Tiger series weapons have that boost built in, or maybe this description is just a reflection of the upgraded accuracy stat. If you get what I'm saying there, we're left out in the dark on this game, as always. We're just kind of guessing for ourselves here. But either way, there's no debating that this does have an upgraded accuracy stat. So between the AG-10 Tiger and the AG-10 Patriot, it's just a decision of more accuracy or stopping power. And with the introduction of those new Tiger Delta pants, these 6-star Tiger pants, Delta pants Tiger, whatever the nomenclature is, if that's the word. That's ironic. Don't know the name for naming things. But anyways, that pants like that will ignore the stopping power, but there's nothing that's going to ignore accuracy, right? But on the same hand, a lot of people don't wear stopping power protection. Just point being that there are there's a great pair of pants in the game nowadays that has that protection, and players might be wearing it. So it's a very tough debate between the Patriot and the Tiger. I think they're both a bit of a sleeper. I think they're better than a lot of people are giving them credit. I do have the 6-star Patriot AG-10, and I played with that a bit. It's not maxed out, but it's like level 8 probably or something like that. It's definitely not bad. It's just never it's never going to be like an A500 CQR type of assault rifle. I think these are not going to be bad weapons. And then I'll just show you the veteran here. So we got this veteran 7-star maxed out. I believe it's recent. It's got 520 portability. That's the current portability, so it should be good. Damage 3475. Let's go to this guy. So it's going to be 100 lower on the damage, but the rate of fire 2840 compared to 2760. So similar to the AGK-37 veteran, which I've had a lot of info on that guy. They lowered the damage but increased the rate of fire, and veteran are supposed to be the finest series in the game. High quality materials and fire mechanisms, whatever. You've all seen that loading screen that says, veteran weapons are the finest in the game, whatever. And so that's the fact that they decided to lower the damage and increase rate of fire goes to reiterate what I say in almost every video nowadays, is just how important rate of fire is in this game. Rate of fire is, a deciding factor. It can really change an entire weapon. So they obviously know that, the devs, the designers, the gun balancers, whatever, they know that. It's pretty obvious, and that's why they would increase the rate of fire and lower the damage. Overall, this is probably a better weapon. Let's see what accuracy is looking like. Same accuracy, stability, a little more stability, but negligible, right? 30 points. Whatever. It's hard to judge that. Same range, same ammo. Now, there is a reload stat, which a lot of you new guys might not know. A lot of the veteran players, speaking of veteran, a lot of veteran players do know that there was, and there still is, a reload stat. Some of the weapons have faster reload than others. Not usually, but it's not uncommon for veterans to have faster reload. So keep that in mind. This guy might have faster reload, which we don't see anymore. They stopped showing that in the game. And then to kind of close things out here, the veteran is going to be the most rare out of all these, right? So overall, I think if I could choose any of these, I think I would choose the veteran, mostly for rate of fire. It's hard to say. There might be a reload bonus in there as well. It's really hard to say. I'd probably choose the veteran, but they're going to be very close. And then, let's say the veteran is just too rare, and you're left between the AG-10 Patriot and the AG-10 Tiger. Once again, you're just trading stopping power versus accuracy. So it's really up to you. Me, I want to build every weapon in the game just to have it. So we'll see where that gets me. I do have enough for the 7-star. I think I said that earlier. My voice just squeaked. That's lovely. But the AG-10 Patriot, I do have enough for the 7-star this guy, so I'll make that eventually. I don't have any Tiger weapons yet, so not sure if I will be making this guy, but we'll see where things go. And ultimately, the point of this video was to answer, is the AG-10 Tiger worth building? Yeah, I think it is. If you have the Patriot, maybe not. If you have the veteran, probably not. But if you can make a 7-star or a 6-star max of this guy here, the AG-10 Tiger, I think it'll be a decent competitive weapon, and good portability. It's going to be accurate while moving, apparently. So those two things kind of tie together, and overall it might not be a bad weapon. It's definitely not going to be in the OP category, but I think it's worth pursuing if you get a couple. So hopefully that answers that question, and I'm gonna try to do this for each of the new Tiger series weapons. Just let you know my thoughts. Is it worth building? I think AG-10 Tiger is worth building. Especially if you don't have the other options in the game. But yeah, I won't reiterate everything I said. You've heard it all, and yeah, that's my thoughts on the AG-10 Tiger. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you like videos like this. If you do, leave a thumbs up, and I can keep posting them. I definitely enjoy, making these and, switching it up from just standard gameplay. I don't know, try to be a little different than all the other Afterpulse channels out there, try to switch it up a little bit here. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Thanks as always for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next video.